Starting this workout off with a quarter scoop of Big J's Intensity pre-workout. It's all I need for shoulders tonight. What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness. Shoulders at Dallas Beast Fitness with my brother Jeremy. Been a great workout partner for 20 years, and every time I call him, he's like, heck yeah, buddy, let's go. So, jumped on down the road after a few of my meetings that I had in Dallas. Headed on out to Dallas Beast Fitness. You can see some of the trainers and the trainees there in the background. Got a great program there, and I love this Cebegin machine. You can do shoulders, arms, bis, tris, chest, back, legs, whatever. It's got an attachment for everything. Starting off with the rear delts tonight, and I really had the idea that we were going to do some heavy-seated machine shoulder, or not machine, but heavy-seated barbell presses. But I had no idea they didn't have that small bench that I was looking for. And as I've stated in the past, I like to warm up all the surrounding muscles, get a lot of accessory work in before I go to the nasty heavyweight. And that's what we're doing. We started out with the rear delt cables, and we moved forward to a front rear delt raise. Try this out. Instead of leaning over a bench like that and going outwards, go forwards. And of course, you're going to work a little bit of the front delt and the medial delt. But the focus is to tax that rear delt. Try this out at your gym, guys. And it doesn't really require a lot of weight. I think we were using 10s and ultimately on my second set, 15s. We were doing 2 sets of 15 to 20 on the rear delts to warm them up and get them ready for the shoulder presses we were about to participate in. There's Jeremy getting his second set in. And, you know, you could do these exercises seated and leaned over, or you could just stand up and lean over slightly. But if you lean on a bench, it really takes out a lot of the stabilizer muscles that take away from the rear delts. You know, your low back, your glutes, your hams, your quads. That's going to take away from the focus of hitting those rear delts. So I like to lean on a bench like this and go to town. Now you can actually pull a leg up like I did there because my low back was getting a little tight supporting myself. And make sure you note also, I look up every now and then, I guess just to look at myself in the mirror, but when you push your head forward, you move that neck and spine out of the way and allow the rear delts and the traps to fully contract. You want to make sure you're doing that. You see the rear delts are working there a little bit better than when I look up and get my big fat neck in the way. So try those out, guys. Again, just warming the shoulders up, getting ready for the shoulder press that we're about to do later on that evening. And we're still kind of ready and anticipating doing a barbell overhead press. So I really wanted to get the delts warm. You know, again, we're using really light weight. We're just warming things up. We did 2 rear deltoid exercises, and now we're going to the traps to get those warmed up. And you can't see the weight that he's using there, but it's only about 40 or 50 pounds at the most. I mean, the stat goes up to like 150, but we get light. We're doing some of that accessory work. That's a great deltoid exercise as well. A lot of guys will use it for the shoulders. A lot of guys will use it for the traps. To tell you the truth, anywhere from the fingernails to the toenails is being worked there. But you can focus on getting the forearm and the bicep and the shoulder out of that exercise and really focus on utilizing the traps to raise that weight up. Or if you're working on your deltoids, you could really focus, get that mind-muscle connection, take the traps out of it, and use your delts. Again, a great exercise. Jeremy on his second set. And again, we're doing 2 sets of anywhere from 15 to 20 repetitions. You see there's no strain going on. And it's not really a going through the motions deal. It's just getting prepared for what's about to happen. You know, back again when I was younger, I would jump underneath the heavy weight and start going to town. But the older we get, the more you need to make sure that you're warmed up. Just like an old car built in the 60s. You turn on the key, you pump the foot feet a little bit, get a bit of fuel in the carburetor, and bust it off, and let it sit there for a minute. Let the fuel build up. Get the motor warmed up, pistons ready to slap up and down, crank ready to turn, get it all oiled up, and we're ready to go. That's what we're doing. Finishing up with that last set of uprights there, moving on to shrugs. Now, wanted to get a little bit heavier because, like I say, you know, the older we get, the more these body parts are getting small. So we need to step the game up once we're warmed up, and those uprights did the trick. So we're going to go with 50, 60, 100 pounds on the dumbbell upright shrugs, or just the shrugs. And that's old Jeremy doing, I believe he was still at the 20 rep range because he injured his wrist, just like I talked about in a video or two ago. I went hog hunting this last weekend and picked him up a big 250-pound hog and pulled his wrist. That's what we do in Texas. Go hog hunting. So here we go. That's about the 50s, I believe, 55s or whatnot. Doing some shrugs, getting a good 15 to 20 squeezes in. And again, I've talked to you guys before, lean your head forward when you're doing those shrugs. Get that neck out of the way. Get the spine out of the way. Let the trap do the work. The trap is a huge muscle. It's not just that little bitty one on top. It goes halfway down your back. And see how Jeremy's just leaning that head forward while he's going upright with those traps. And that's the right way to do it. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you should be able to see your traps getting even with the bottom part of your earlobes or even higher. There we're showing just a little bit heavier weight. Jeremy went up to, I believe, the 60s. I'm going up to the 100s. No straps. Threw those away a couple years ago and didn't want to use chalk and dirty up the gym, so I had to go strictly with grip straight there on those uprights. And I know I got about 12 or 15 reps, but still good enough. I really felt it working. Forearms were getting taxed pretty quick. And that's what was going down. Really good exercise. You see where the traps are getting close to the middle of the ears if you're looking in the mirror there. Jeremy's sticking with a little bit lighter weight. Still doing great. And I think I was making fun of him or doing something there. Remember, like I said in the last couple of videos, guys, if you're not getting ready for any type of a competition and you're trying to, just stay in shape, make sure you have fun. Pick you a workout partner that you can hang out with, make gains with, and still have a good time, because it makes it all the worthwhile. Just like, when you're at a job and you like working with somebody, doesn't seem like you're going to work. You're having fun, making money. Same thing here. Having fun in the gym, making gains, prolonging your livelihood. Finishing up with the 100s here, I believe I barely got 8 to 12 reps. Felt good. Had the racket, ready to move on. And at this point, we were still thinking we were going to be able to do the free bar shoulder press. And then we saw that little seat that I thought for sure they had wasn't there. So what the heck, let's go to the machine press. And then there's that limited range of motion. Like I said before, and you guys have seen, that right arm goes all the way out. But if I do an all the way out extension on one arm and halfway out on the other, that locks bone to bone, it kind of throws me off. Hurts the back, gets everything in a weird position. So Jeremy's got that good range there with his hands being able to be sideways instead of forward. And you see, this is really important. A lot of you guys talk about full range of motion. Jeremy's getting closer to 40 as well. I might be a day or two over 40, but, there's no reason for you to completely lock those elbows out, especially in like a press like this. Unless you're doing like a Viking press for a strongman competition. I don't even know if they make sure that you lock your elbows out anymore, or a bench press in a bench competition. Studies show that you could injure yourself if you fully lock that weight out. Anyways, just going on, just rambling about that extension. There's Jeremy getting nasty with 3 wheels, and I believe our set was 8 to 15 here. Like I've said in the past, I really like that 8 to 15 rep range. For building muscle. Here we go. You had to spot me. And I tried that straight. And boy, there was a lot of pain. You see I'm using that suicide grip the only way I can. I can't turn my hand the other way. It'll hurt like crazy.
Come on.
But I believe, that's 3 wheels. Still warming up is what we're doing there. Trying to get about 15 reps. Warming up, getting ready for the heavier set. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me back up. That was my last set of 20 there. Sorry about that. I must have fell asleep during the talk. Okay, here we are doing the standing overhead press. So we're pretty much taxed for the shoulders now. We've warmed up so much that we're tired, and then we did our heavy set over there in the machine press. So we've got the pretty colored weights. I believe that's just a dime. It might be a quarter. If I'd stop the video and look closer, I'd be able to tell. Might be a quarter. I think that's what that is. And then we go for it. I believe we're going for about 8 to 12, maybe even 15 reps here. Jeremy's smoked, I'm smoked. But once you get smoked, again, if you want to make some continual gains, you got to push on a little bit. And that's why you need a workout partner. I made kind of a big jump there. That was a 25 and a 35. That's what it was. And, there's no way that I can go any farther past that chin going down. Just elbows lock and won't allow me to. And pausing, in both up and down positions. A little explosion and then a squeeze. Felt really good. But back to working out with a partner that's going to push you. You know, there was a minute where I said, hey, man, do you feel good? He goes, yeah, but we got a little bit more to go. And then there was a minute where he said, yeah, I'm about done. And I said, no, we got some left. So we pushed ourselves on through the workout that I planned out for us. There we are. I believe I'm not sure. I think he did a 35 for his last few. And there's the big red ones are 45s, I think. And I made him show you that for a reason. A lot of people will stand with feet squared off or close together or really wide. I find it more comfortable and less stressful on my low back and everything else involved to have a fight / ready stance, one leg forward, one leg back. It keeps my balance really centered there. So try out your stance with really lightweight first to see what helps you prevent injuries, number one, and keep you
freaking camera out of my face.
Get the freaking camera out of my face. Having a good time, finishing up. We thought we'd finish the caps off with some side laterals, doing, I think, 15 to 30 pounds on those, getting 15 to 20 repetitions. Delts are smoked, traps are smoked. Everything's ready. We're ready to go home. Finishing up there the last couple of sets. And again, having a lot of fun. Sun up to sundown. See, the sun's gone. I think we got there right before it got dark. But make sure that you check the description box. Dallas Beast Fitness information's down there with some of their trainers' information. If you're in the area, please stop by there. Tell them Big J said to say what up and sent you, and see if they can serve your fitness needs. They always take care of me when I'm in town. I'm sure they can take care of you as well. That's it. Post-workout meal. Not too bad. It was a snack, really. I actually went home and ate another couple hours later. But that's a great place to eat, the Muscle Maker's Grill. That's there on Lower Greenville as well, right down the road, less than a half mile. Hope you guys enjoyed the clips. Appreciate you watching. Till next time, intensity rules, train hardcore. Stay tuned for that road trip that Mark Lobliner and I took to Tyler, Texas, METROFLEX Gym. And we'll see you next video.